Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another video with Swaggle Haas. And in this video, we got to talk about the thing that we always talk about on this channel, which is buying comic books. That's right. We got to talk about buying comic books on the channel where we talk about buying comic books. And in this video, we got to talk about how a certain book has been sold and its value based on that sale has dropped 149,900%. Am I making this up? No, I'm not making this up. Am I being a little bit facetious? Yes, I am being a little bit facetious. But in this video, we got to talk about that sale. We got to talk about what I really mean by suggesting that the book has dropped in value by 149,000. What did I say? 149,900%. And in this video, we really got to talk about the true value of comic books and why in this market, you really, really got to take advantage of those deals. But before I get into the video, if you guys can drop me a like or a comment or subscribe if you're enjoying the content, help support the channel, do those things, I would appreciate it. But let us get into this video here today. Now, did I bring you in with my thumbnail? Was it a little bit sensationalized and clickbaity? No. Not at all, because this really, really happened. Well, okay, yes, it is a little bit sensationalized, but I'm telling you, this is going to be a good video. We're going to talk about this. We're going to talk about the market. We're talking about the sale. And I think I'm going to bring it all back around for something that is, interesting to hear about and discuss with you guys here in comic book collecting. So, you're already here. Let's just enjoy this video. You're already with me, right? Like, sip some coffee and let's get into it here. So the book in question I am talking about is an Amazing Fantasy 15. Of course, you guys all know Amazing Fantasy 15, first appearance of Spider-Man, probably for many people out there, the absolute #1 grail there is in comic book collecting. And recently, there was a store, a great store, Heroes Comic Books, one of my favorite stores, that recently acquired an AF-15. And one of the stories that they shared in how they acquired this particular copy is that apparently some guy went to a garage sale and found this book and picked it up with a bunch of other books in a box for $20. That's right. Let's go into this. Let me show you guys what I'm talking about here. We're going to talk about this sale, and I got my Instagram pulled up. This is Heroes Comic Books. Definitely worth checking out if you're ever in the Bay Area. But let's see what they had to say, and let me talk about this. And I'm being a little facetious here, but we got to, this is a very, very important thing to discuss. Another AF-15 came into the Campbell shop yesterday. The seller actually bought it at a garage sale recently. He paid a whopping $20 for the whole box of comic books. So, I'm being a little generous here with my prediction of saying that it dropped 149,000%, because technically speaking, if it's a box of comic books, he really did buy this for, I don't know, like say 10 cents. So if I actually did the math correctly, we're talking about like a 20 million% drop based on those numbers. I guarantee that's the best return on investment he'll ever make. Off to CGC it goes. And this is the copy in question. I have this graded at, maybe with that chip down there, I don't know, could be anywhere from a 2.5 to, I don't know, maybe even a 4.0. And if we look at the last, GPA for some of these sales, we can see the 30-day moving for the 2.5 is 38,000. The last sale, however, was in this current bear market, sold around that $28,000 range. I can have a whole other different discussion about that, because this is around the grade level of what the book on Whatnot sold. And I actually didn't make a video about that Whatnot sale, and I do want to kind of bring it around in this video here today to sort of talk about that. But what we're basically talking about here is that the AF-15 book, with a fair market value of around $30,000, ended up selling for $20 at a garage sale. Here's the deal. Here's the deal. I want to tell you guys a little truth. I want to share a little inside baseball, little insider secrets. Okay, come here, get close, get close. We've known each other for 2 years, right? We've known each other. We're buddies at this point. We can get really close. Is this uncomfortable? Yeah, it's a little uncomfortable for me too. But this is a very, very important thing to talk about. Here's the deal. Okay, here's the deal. Part of what makes comic books valuable is the exclusivity and the gatekeeping of the channels in which comic books are bought. If every comic book that wanted to be sold came onto market today and buyers had the potential to buy them, I'm willing to bet that the fair market values would not even be close to being met for certain key books. That's the truth. So what do I mean by that? Well, of course, guys, what I'm saying is, every single day, there are people that are out there in the wild that are hunting comic books, that are buying comic books, for pennies on the dollar. I mean, every dealer is out there buying collections, and they're always picking up these great key books. That's how people make money. That's how people thrive in this industry. And that's one of the things I think that is really interesting to talk about because, we always like to kind of analyze the comic book hobby, and I'm certainly guilty of this. I mean, we talk a lot here on the channel about numbers. We look at GPA, we look at Go Collect, we look at sales, we look at sold listings. We talk about graphs, ups and downs, and percentage and things like that. But the truth is, comic books are not a perfect market. Okay. We would love to be able to compare them to stocks, but the truth is they're not quite like stocks, at least, as a one-to-one comparison. We can use a lot of the fundamentals that come from analyzing the stock market to look at comic books, but the truth is people find these things in the wild. This is treasure hunting. And so the values of certain books and depending on, what channels you end up buying them from, they can have drastically different numbers that they end up being sold for. And part of the thing about, looking at things like GPA or Go Collect, and believe me, Go Collect has tons of flaws with how they come up with their metrics, but even GPA has, some issues with how they are calculating their data, because one of the things about GPA is that they pull from a very, very select few sources of sold things. For instance, they will only report sales off of Heritage. They will only report sales off of Comic Connect, and they will only report some sales off of eBay. And outside of those three things, I think they have like another auction house, Hake Auctions, but that's really it. So every single time a book gets sold on Elite 11 comic books, or every single time a book gets sold, at a San Diego Comic-Con or at a, whatever Comic-Con out there in America, those numbers are not calculated. And the question is, are deals being made every day? Yes, deals are being made every day. And depending on the sellers, depending on what they actually want to sell the book for, people could be getting steals. And if we were able to really, really calculate the true value, the true floor liquid value for certain comic books, I have a feeling that they would be drastically different than whatever the fair market value is on, some of these websites that we like to work off of. So that's something that I think is really interesting to think about. And what do I really all mean with this? Well, how does this affect us going into this market, thinking about comic book collecting, thinking about, picking up some of these grails? The thing is, for me, that I think is really important to think about is that good deals are good deals. Even in bull markets, bear markets, whatever is going on, the recession, the economy, prices are falling, prices are going up, prices are going, sideways, whatever the case is, nothing changes the fact that a good deal is a good deal. And if you're out there and you find that good deal, and a good deal doesn't have to be a $20 AF-15 at a garage sale. You know what I mean? A good deal is just any opportunity that presents itself to you. If you can find that opportunity and you have the chance to buy it, I mean, you should buy it. You should really, really buy it. And again, it's, of course, the adage, guys, buy what you like. Don't overstretch. Don't max out your credit cards. But if you see these opportunities, you got to jump on them, because this is how you build amazing collections. This is how you're going to get that incredible ROI. I mean, one of the things I want to show you guys, just to nail this point home, and I think is super interesting, is, we're talking about Instagram here, and I wanted to show you guys Instagrails, which is, of course, a great Instagram account. If you guys don't know about them, definitely go follow them. Also, go follow me on Instagram too. Swagglehos_comics, in case you haven't followed me. But, these guys post consignment sales for comic books all the time. And I wanted to show you guys something. And this is just to me, a great example of how deals just present themselves. Okay, so within the same block of books that they posted, they had a Punisher ASM 129 6.5 and a Punisher ASM 129 a 4.0. This was within a day of posting sales for these books. So one particular seller was selling their 6.5, and guess what? Guess what they had it listed for? ASM 129 CGC Comics 6.5 off-white to white pages, $13.50 shipped. $13.50 shipped. Now you guys are thinking to yourself, okay, I have no context for that. What does that actually mean? What's the value of it? Let's look at the fair market value. For ASM 129, right now, 30-day moving on the 6.5 is $2,030. This person, this particular deal, this particular consignment was willing to sell this book, their book, for $13.50. And let me tell you something. This was 4 days ago. I saw this pop up on my Instagram, And I thought that the number was wrong. I was like, did they mean 2350? Because that seems not right. And I feel like everybody was looking at this book when it was posted, and we were all just like sitting there with our phone being like, are you seeing this? Are you seeing this? Like, should I buy this right now? Like, is that real? And it was funny because I feel like nobody was buying it. Everybody was just looking at this number being like, well, there's a deal. Like, you know, there's the mouse right there. I got these big claws. And there's the rabbit. And what do I do with my big claws? Do you guys know the reference? If you know the reference, put it in the comments. I would appreciate that. But the point is, this book was there, $13.50. And then eventually someone bought it, thankfully. Thankfully, someone sold it and saved Swaggle $1,300 because I felt like I had to buy it. And then, you know, just a day later, I think it was, this book ends up getting posted. And look at this. It's a 4.0 and ASM 129, First Punisher, CGC 4.0, $14.50 shipped. So a grade that is 2.5 grades less than a book that was posted was actually listed at $100 more than the previous one right here. And that's the point. That's really the thing that we have to think about is that, you know, these markets aren't perfect. These books, you know, we like to look at them as numbers, ups and downs and things like that. But at the end of the day, deals are deals, you know, no matter where we're at, whether it's the recession or whether we're in a boom economy or a bubble or whatever the case is, you know, it's all about the deal. If you can find the deal, you know, if you can focus on your entry point, I always talk about the entry point. That's really, really key. And I feel like right now, a lot of people sitting on the sidelines and just watching. We're just watching these auctions go by. I'm on Comic Connect, I'm on Comic Link, and I'm just watching these auctions. And I'm like, is anyone going to bid on this? Like, I mean, I would love to bid on every single book. In fact, I actually have bought a couple books and I'm waiting for them in the mail. And I did pick up a couple good deals. We're going to have good videos about them. But I just feel like now is such a good time. It's such a good time. We're just watching. You know, people are like just trying to throw these books, find these deals. And there's just a lot of opportunity out there. And if you can find the deal, I mean, and your feeling is like, oh, well, I just want to wait until, you know, the book continues to go down in value. I mean, imagine if you had that mindset. Oh, I see the A15. It's $20 in the box. I don't know. Prices, it's tough economy right now. I think this price might go down in value a little bit more. I'm going to wait for the next one to show up for $10. That's the point. That's the point. When you get the gift horse in the mouth, when you get those opportunities, you know, don't look at them. Use your claws. Buy those books. Anyways, that's all I got for this video. Books are falling 100,000%, but you got to take advantage of those deals because the thing is, comic books are awesome and things are going to recover. Anyways, that's all I got. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.